The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, 1st Chapter, text number 26, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 11th of July, 1975, in Chicago, Illinois.
Bhunjana prapivan khadan balakam snehajantita bhujayan payan mula na vida agatam antakam. Bhunjana, by raising him very affectionately, by giving him all necessities of life, Bhunjana prapivan, all kinds of drinks, milk, fruit juice, khadan, solid food. There are all kinds of food stuff. Something we chew, something we swallow, something we lick up, and something we drink. So everything was being supplied, balakam, to that small boy. Every mother, every father does so. It is very natural. Sahajantita. Why do they do so? That is God's arrangement. If the father and mother hasn't got such affection, then the helpless child in the beginning, there is no other means of living. Even cats and dogs, even tiger, they also take care. So this is not very extraordinary thing that human being has got affection. That affection is there even in tiger. So you are not very that way advanced. That is natural. That kind of affection for the small child you will find in cats and dogs and tigers, even snake. These things are not extraordinary things. They are very much proud. How I have to take care of my children. That is taken care by other animals also. Bhunjana prabhivana khadan balakam snehajansita bhujayan payana mura. In spite of so much affection and taking care of the children, he is addressed here mura. You see? They are very much proud of being affectionate, but Shastra says you are rascal. That's all. Mura. Bhojayan payana mura na veda agatam antakam. He could not understand that I am very busy in raising my child, but here backside there is death. Death is waiting, is crumbling. So not only in these activities, in every activity, we are very busy with material activities, and we do not know that on my backside death is standing. He will take everything. But I am. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Mrittu sarva harascha aham. The death is also Krishna. He said, aham. Mrittu sarva harascha aham. I am dead. You cannot see God. You are very much proud of your eyes. Now you see I have come. I will take away everything, whatever you got. Now you protect yourself and your property, your skyscraper building, everything. Now you protect. So therefore, Mura. He does not know how to protect things, but he is creating things. That is called Mura. Just like I am collecting lakhs and millions of money, but next moment there is standing somebody, he will take her. So that I do not know. That one man is waiting, I am collecting. There was a caricature picture when India was struggling for independence. So The Gandhi's picture, Gandhi was fishing with the tackle and Jinnah was standing behind with a knife and plate. Let this rascal struggle for independence, and as soon as he gets, I'll take share and go away Pakistan. Actually he did so. He never went to jail, but he took the share and made Pakistan. So Gandhi therefore was not in favor of partition, but he had to accept it, because the Britishers are very intelligent, that let us divide it so that India may not become a strong power. So that is still it is going on, the animosity between Pakistan and Hindustan. It is British plan, that is politics. So similar plan is always there, that we are struggling for existence and accumulating so many things. Just like you have got this nice city, Chicago, not only Chicago, there are many others in America, but the people are not thinking that how long I shall remain American and enjoy this. Maybe 50 years, 25 years or at most 100 years, but everything will be taken, my American citizenship, my body, my wealth, everything will be taken by death. So what insurance I am doing for that purpose, that it will not be taken, I shall enjoy it. Therefore, Mura. There is reason why they are called Muras, that's the thing. They do not know their actual interest. Everyone, not only you, everyone, the whole material world, they do not know what is his actual interest. Everyone should be self-interested, that is very good. But the fools, rascal, do not know what is his actual self-interest. Nate vidu sarthakating he Vishnu. Sarthakating means the self-interest, sartha. Sa means own, and artha means interest. He does not know, therefore he is Mura. He does not know his self-interest. It is very good that you become self-interested. But if you do not know what is your self-interest, then you are a Mura. So actually, that is the position of all living entities within this material world. In case by Maya, illusion, they have forgotten what is the self-interest. The self-interest is go back to home, back to God. That is real self-interest. So every intelligent man should first of all see to his self-interest. How to become free from this repetition of birth and death and go back to home, back to God. That is self-interest. And if we do not know and we do not execute in that way, that means Krishna consciousness, then however we may be philanthropist, affectionate, very good economist, very good philosopher, everything is nonsense. Mura. That is the statement that we should not remain Mura, we should become intelligent and see to our self-interest, and that is the success of life. Thank you very much.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, 1st Chapter, text number 27, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 27th of May, 1976, in Honolulu, Hawaii.
So, in the previous verse, so it has been described, Bhojan Paya Mula. And here is also Saivam Vatmana Agya. Agya means one who has no sufficient knowledge. He is called Agya. and Mula means ass, respect. So in both the verses, the Ajamila is described as fool, rascal, and without sufficient knowledge. Why? Because he is attached to the child and he does not know that death is coming. Death is there. This is our position. We say that God is dead. God is not dead. God is coming very soon. Wait a few years. He will be dead. This is the position. You rascal, God is not dead. God is coming to kick you, to kill you. Yes. Krishna said, Mrityu sarva harasya aham. What is death? Just like in your previous life you had been something, death means you have forgotten everything. Suppose I was a very big king or prime minister or president, but that is all finished. Now I have got another life, another chapter of life. Tatha vihantara prapti. You have to change your body. It may be lower degree or higher degree, but you have to change your body. There are 8,400,000 species of life, forms of life. You have to accept one of them. That is our real problem. If we forget the real problem and blindly or foolishly say that God is dead, God may be dead, but God's law is not dead. Suppose the king dies, president dies, does it mean the government dies? The government will go on. You can say God is dead, God is not dead, neither you are dead, but if you foolishly say that God is dead, that does not mean His law is also dead. The law will go on. One king may be dead, the next his son or somebody will become king, and the government law will go on. So, what is the use of talking foolishly like God is dead? God may be dead, God is never dead. This is why this morning we are talking. So we are concerned with the laws of God. God may be dead or alive. It doesn't matter. Suppose by law we are prisoners. We are in the prison house and all of a sudden the president or the king died. Does it mean we shall be free? No. You have to rot. That is Bengali proverb says, Raja mone rajyo atkar. If the king dies, his government is not stopped. We should remember that. So that government is prakriti, the material nature. It's a prakriti krimarani guni karmani sarvasa. You are reading Bhagavad Gita. So, these are all foolish things. That God is dead, I don't care for God. But God is not dead. You are dead. You are dead because you are dead actually, because this body, the bodily concept of life, this body is dead. It's like you are driving one car, but if you think that I am the car is dead. The car is moving because you are alive. Similarly, this dead body is dead, already dead from the very beginning. But it is moving on account of the soul. This is knowledge. It is dead from the very beginning. Therefore, in the Shastra it is said that Apranasya hi deyasya mannanam lokaranyam. Apranasya hi deyasya. Deha means this body. Either it is dead or alive, it has no life. Apranasya hi deyasya. Deha is not alive, it is always dead. Simply we understand because we are foolish rascals. We understand that this body is dead when the soul is alive. The body is always dead. So bhagav bhakti vihinasya jati japastapa kriya. If one is not, Krishna calls us bhagavad bhakti vihinasya. Then his big nationality, jati, his achievement, japastapa, his activities, everything of bhagavad bhakti vihinasya jati japastapa kriya. All these things are like decoration of the dead body. Apranasya hi deyasya mannanam lokaranyam. Mannanam lokaranyam. We are decorating this body with flower, ornaments, nice cloth. How long? So long the life is there. Then it is beautiful. Otherwise, no more beautiful. If you guard that, suppose I become dead and you guard that, it may be pleasing to somebody, but what is the value? There is no value. So this material civilization, they are decorating this body. So the bodily concept of life is condemned in the very beginning of Bhagavad Gita, which knowledge was given to Arjuna by Krishna when he surrendered. When he was talking fairly, he did not say. When Krishna, Arjuna, submitted, that Krishna, I am now perplexed. So, how my intelligence can be revived? You know, Krishna, Arjuna knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. So, his perfect position can be solved by Krishna, that he knew. Therefore, he said, Shishya-steham sadhimam prabannam. Krishna, no more friendly talks. We are wasting time. Now I become your disciple. Shishya. Shishya means disciple. You kindly advise me. I am surrendering unto you. Tadvidhi panipatina. Spiritual master means you must surrender to him. If you talk foolish, then he will not be benefited. You must submissively and accept whatever he says. So, when Krishna began to teach him as teacher, the first thing he uttered, anyone can say what he first said? Asatyananushutastam prajnavadansavas gatasun agatasunsa nanushutanti pandita. My dear Arjuna, you are talking like very learned scholar, but you are so rascal that you are talking of this body. So far the body is concerned, either it is dead or alive. It is not the subject matter of any talk. Nanushutanti. Those who are learned scholars, they don't talk about the body, they talk about the soul. That is what. What is this? This is dead body. Suppose this is cloth. Now if you talk about this cloth, you can talk. You can write volumes of books. This silk was purchased from that shop and it was manufactured in such and such date, and the man manufactured, he is like this, he is like that. You can go on talking nonsense like that and can write books. So all these rascal philosophers, they are writing about this cloth. That's all. Jakshatu buddhi punapetiya. But this is not the subject matter for the learned scholar. Nanushutanti pandita. What is this body? A combination of matter, it is already dead because the living soul is there, it is moving, and as soon as the living soul is out of this body, it is useless development. So, what is there important talking about this dead body? That's how it is made of this earth, earthly ingredient, bhumirapanara, and it will become again. You go either there are three, I will say, transformation of this body. One transformation is ash, another transformation is stool, another transformation is earth. There are three different types of transformation. It's like Christian people, they bury the body. So, in due course of time, you will find, say after 10 years, the body is finished, it is now earth. The body has become earth. And Hindus, they burn it, so the body becomes ash. And the Parsis, they throw the body to be eaten by the vultures. It becomes stool. This is the last, I will say, transformation of this body. And we are so much busy about this ash, stool and earth. Just see how foolish we are. Therefore, Krishna said to Arjuna, Gatasana Gatasana. It's like motor car. With driver or no driver. What it is, it is dead matter, that's all. Why one should be busy about this motor car? One should be busy about the driver. Whether he is paid nicely, whether he is eating nicely, we drive. If you don't take care of the driver, simply you wash the car, what is the use? The car will not be moving without driver. Similarly, the whole civilization should be on the basis of understanding the soul. That is civilization. So unfortunately, by the spell of Maya, just like this Ajamila, he is committing sinful activities. He is now rogue, thief, cheater. He doesn't care for that. But he is taking care of the body of the child. He is thinking, this child will save me when I will be in danger. There is another part in the second canto. Dihavatva kalatrādīṣu ātma sarneṣu asasyopi pramatta tasya nidhanam pasyannapi na pasyati. Deha means his body. Avatta means children. Dehavatva. Kalatra, his wife. Dehavatva kalatrādīṣu ātma sarneṣu. Here is struggle for existence, and you are thinking that this my strong body and my 9 children and my wife, they are my soldiers, as one said. Everyone is thinking that. Now I am in a good family. I've got my family members very nice. I've got a strong body. Oh, what do I care? God is there. That's all. So, this is our misconception. We are thinking that this paraphernalia, my country, my community, my countrymen, or my family, my wife, my children, so many things, my. So I am thinking that they will give me all protection. No. Therefore in the Bhagavad it is said, Dehavatva kalatrādīṣu asasyopi. He knows that they will be placed. They cannot give protection to themselves. What protection they give to me? This is not. Dehavatva kalatrādīṣu ātma sarneṣu asasyopi Pramata tasya vidhanam, he knows that they will be finished. Pasyanapina pasyati, he has practical experience, still he doesn't see. This is karma. Maya may think is wrong and is thinking otherwise. His soldier, the so-called soldier, the protector, will finish, but he still is depending on him. Suppose a bird is flying with his family in the sky, but if there is some danger, then no other bird can help you. You have to help yourself. That's an aeroplane. A dozen aeroplane is flying. But if one aeroplane is in danger, no other plane can give him any help. It will fall down and crash, finish. So we have to take care of ourselves. We are thinking, my country, my community, they are all busy in this way. They will save me. No. When they will come, nobody will save you. Remember that. Your challenging God is there. When God will come and make you kill it, nobody can save you. So we are so foolish, we are thinking that God is dead and I shall continue my life and my wife, my children, my countrymen, my nation will save me. That is not possible. Thank you very much.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, 1st Chapter, text number 30, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 29th of May, 1976, in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Nishammam Priyamanasya Mugato Harikirtanam Vrattundama Maharaja Parsada Sahasapatan. So, this is the benefit of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Both the order carriers of Jamaraj and other carriers of Lord Vishnu, they are everywhere. Just like the police is everywhere. That as soon as it comes them from the police station, they immediately inform the patrol police on the car and immediately comes. If there is such material arrangement within the government, how much nice arrangement is there in the supreme governments. So, we have to practice this, that Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If we practice, there is chance at the time of death repeating the same thing, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So immediately you are safe not to go to the Jamamandiram. The powerful name, holy name, is as good as the Supreme Personality of God. There is no difference, absolute. Absolute means, just like here, I simply chant mango, mango, mango. There is no mango. Mango is different from the name mango. If I want to eat mango, the substance mango I must have. So there is difference between the name and the substance. That is material, duality. But in the absolute or means there is no duality. The name mango and mango, the same. This requires advanced knowledge. So there is no difference between Krishna, the name, and Krishna, the person. There is no difference. Otherwise, this is practical. You are chanting Hare Krishna. 24 hours you can chant, you will never feel tired. God realization, the faithless atheist class, they say, there is no God. But let him chant the God's holy name, he will see God. There is no difficult process of, in the Kali Yuga especially, this is a special prerogative of this age, because God realization is very, very difficult for them. But if they take advantage of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, it is perfection. Not that because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has introduced the Sankirtan movement, therefore the name is as good as the person. No, it is always the name Narayana or Krishna, the name of the Supreme God is as good as the Sankirtan. It is always. But in this age especially, it has got special potential, because we are all very, very fallen souls. We are very, very fallen souls. We cannot do anything. It is very, very difficult. Although at any time, as it is said before, Kivalaya Bhakta, Kechit Kivalaya Bhakta, Vasudeva Paras. Simply by bhakti, devotional service, one can become liberated from all contamination. That's a fact, especially in this age. Otherwise, why the Europeans and Americans, they will join this movement and chant, if there is no effective measure, why they are not fools as they are educated, they are coming from respectable family. It is not that we are befooling them, we chant Hare Krishna. No. They are feeling ecstasy. That's a fact. Not blindly they are doing. Not only in one place, hundreds of centers. Why? That is the effect of chanting. If you chant, you get the effect. Because the holy name and the Supreme Lord has no difference. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Nam Namakari Bahula. God has many names. It is not that you have to chant only Krishna. No. If you have got any other name of God, must be God's name. But they do not believe in God. Generally they think there is no God, or if there is God, God is dead, or something like that. And I don't think there is any definitive name in any other religious system. It is only in the Vedic system there is name. So anyway, if somebody thinks that this Krishna is Indian name, why shall I chant Krishna? But you chant any other name, but it must be God's name. Then it will be effective. Just like immediately chanting Narayana. Not that one has to chant Krishna. Narayana will do, Govinda will do. Must be God's name. Because God and God's name, there are Sahasra, 1,000 Vishnu's stotra. God has many names, hundreds and thousands. So any name you prefer, you chant, you get it. This is the point. God, actually, He has no name. No matter how many names He will remember. But His names are given according to His attributes. Krishna is the best name. Why? That Krishna means all attract. This name can attract everyone. This is the most perfect. Although God has many names, out of many names, the Krishna name is Mukha, or the primary. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has introduced Krishna name, Krishna Varnam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's identification is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam, Krishnam varnayati iti Krishna varna. He's always chanting Krishna. He's Krishna. Krishna varnam tisa Krishna. The incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described in Canto, perhaps 5th chapter. He is described, he is recommended in the Shastra. In the Kali Yuga, this incarnation, this form of God should be worshipped. What is that? That is here. Krishna Varnam Tisa Krishna. He is always chanting Krishna. And he is Krishna. He belongs to the category of Krishna. Krishna Varnam. Krishna Varnam Tisa Krishna. But in this age, his bodily complexion is not black. It's yodels. Krishna Varnam Tisa Krishna. Sangopanga Saparsadam, accompanied by associates. Just like there is Nityananda, there is Advaita, there is Gadadhar. So Sangopanga Saparsadam. Astra. Astra means weapon. So Sangha, because when God incarnates, he has got two business. Paritrānāya sadhunām vināsāya duskita. So, one business is to give protection to the devotee and to annihilate the duskita, those who are sinful. So for annihilating, it requires weapon. Sankha Chakra Gada Bhagavad. Lord Ramchandra has got bows and arrows, and Krishna has got Sudarshan Chakra. But here it is said Sangha Upanga Astra. What is that Astra? Weapon. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has no Astra. But seemingly there is no. But this is the Astra. This Harisankhi from. This is Astra. In the Kali Yuga, there is no profit by killing them. They are already killed. So therefore this is the Astra. To kill the miscreants, this is Astra, this is Harisankhi. If they simply chant Hare Krishna, this is Astra that will kill all their sinful reaction of life, they will become devotee. This is Astra. Now it is not required with bow and arrow or because they are already dead. Because they have no conception of God. They are simply fighting how to avoid God. This is the business. It is very difficult to convince them about the existence of God. They are saying every moment there is existence of God, but they are so stubborn, so much bewildered by Maya. They know. So under this circumstances, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore called Namo Mahavadhanaya, most magnificent incarnation. Why? Krishna Prema Pradaya. Even without understanding Krishna, simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, they become ecstatic for love of Krishna. This is Chaitanya. Benedict. No qualification. But if he simply chants Hare Krishna mantra, he will accept. Krishna Prema Pradaya. To understand Krishna is very difficult. Manusthanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddha. Out of many millions of persons, one is endeavoring to make his life perfect. But they do not know what is perfection of life. So, jatatavam siddhyana. Siddhi means to understand that I am not this body. I don't belong to this material world. That is Siddhi. Siddhi. Everyone is under the impression that I am this body. I am Indian, I am American, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian. Bodily, upadi, designation. He does not become free from the designation. The other day you are talking on Mr. Huxley, I think. He was talking of philosophy, But you are saying, as an Englishman, I do this like that. So that bodily concept of life is there, although he is philosopher. What kind of philosophy? Philosophy begins, but there is no more bodily concept. That is there. Sarvapati begin muktam tatparatina nirvana. So this kind of philosophy has no meaning. Because how a dog can become philosopher? That is not possible. A human being can become philosopher. But so long I am in the bodily concept of life, I am in the line of cats and dogs. So how can become philosopher? There is no question of it. But they are philosophizing, means bluffing. A similar man, he is thinking, I believe. You believe or not believe, the law will go on. So everyone is proposing, I believe. That's why the government law is there. That if you do this, you will be punished. Like this. That is government law. Suppose you have stolen something, committed theft, you must be punished by 6 months imprisonment. So you believe or not believe, the law will act. If you say in the court, I believe, now what is the meaning of your belief? There is no question of belief. Law is law. Ignorance is no excuse. If you go in the court, you are punished. So if you say, my Lord says, I believe like this, I will not be punished. So you are punishing me. So there is no excuse. You believe or not believe, the law is law. So similarly, these philosophers, theorizing so many, I believe, this thing will not do. This thing will not do. That is simply waste of time. You must know there is God. How you can deny it? There is supreme power. I am being controlled every moment. Who wants to die? And who is forcing me to die? How can you deny the superior power? I do not want to become old man, and superior power forcing me. You must become old man. So long there is force behind you, you have to act according to that. Where is your so-called belief or independence? That is foolishness. That is foolishness. But they have no brain. That I am being kicked, I am being enforced to do something, and still I am thinking independent, I believe. What is the meaning of your belief? There is no question. This is foolishness. So, our Krishna consciousness movement is just to educate man that you believe or not believe, it doesn't matter. There is God. There is the proprietor, but he is coming personally and he is saying, Bhutaram Japadavasam Sarvarupa Maheswaram Suridam Sarvabhuta. I am the proprietor, I am the enjoyer, and I am everyone's friend. If you want to be delivered from this miserable condition of material life, I am the best friend. Suridam Sarvabhutana, Krishna. Because he is the father. All Vijapura. Who can be better friend than the father? Father always wants to see that my son is happy. And that is natural. There is no begging, Father will be kind upon me. No, Father is already kind. But if you revolt against the Father, then you suffer. Similarly, God is our Father, God is our friend, natural. And He says that Sridham Saru, all Vijapura Pita are receiving not only for the human being, all species of life, they are living entities. According to their karma, they have got different dresses. Just like we have got in this meeting different dresses. So everyone of us, human being, the dress may be different. That is another thing. Similarly, the living entity, he is part and parcel of God. But someone has become human being, someone has become cat, someone has become tree, someone has become insect, someone has demigod, someone has Brahma, someone has varieties. See, because they wanted to become like that and God has given him the chance. All right, you want to become like this and enjoy life, all right, you become like this. So, this is the arrangement. The God is there and He is everyone's Father. He is everyone's friend. He is always ready. He is coming personally to canvas. He is so kind. Just here, immediately. Nishamma mriyamanasya mukata harikirtanam. Bhakti-Rama Maharaja Parsada Savasapata. God has sent so many other carriers. Just see if one is inclined to come to me. Just see. That's why the other carriers, they are coming everywhere. Here is a person chanting Narayana. Come on, take it. Let's see. Here is a person is chanting Narayana. Yes. Bhakti-Rama Maharaja. Nishammo. Oh, this is wonderful. He's chanting Narayana. Immediately. And Jamadutas were there. Who are you? Disturbing him. Stop. So take this chance of chanting Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, you are always safe. The Jamaduta, the other carriers of Jamaduta will not be able to touch you. It is all pretend. So take this opportunity. Chanting Hare Krishna. I am very glad that you are doing. But be very strict, sincerely chant. Your life is safe. Your next life is safe. Everything is all right. Thank you.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, 1st Chapter, text number 31, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Recorded on the 30th of May, 1976, in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Vikarsatu antar vidaya dasikotim ajamilam jamapresya vishnujuta bharayamasu rules. So, the Jamaduta was dragging Ajamila, not this body, but the soul. Body will stay there, but the soul has been allowed. Where from? Because Satu Antarvida, from the core of the heart. Now, from this Shastra you can understand where the soul is. Soul is not in the brain or not in the ear, there, no. Therefore, when the soul is taken away or goes away from the heart, we say heart failure. Heart failure means the soul has gone. The soul lives in the heart. This is proved from the Shastra. Not only the soul, but the super soul also is there. Super soul is God, Krishna, and the individual soul. They are living together. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam, the Desa Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, He is also there. Very minute form. Anoraniyanga Mahato Mahiya. The dimension of the soul is also mentioned in this Shastra. 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair. Kesagra sadavagasya sadadha kalpitasya cha jiva bhaga savikya cha anantaya. Very minute. So just see that minute portion of God is so powerful. Just like potassium cyanide. minute quantity, if you take one grain, immediately you die. Immediately you die. Similarly, if some ordinary material thing is so powerful, just imagine the spirit, soul, how much powerful it is. And they have no machine to find out. How they will find out? 1/10,000th part of the hair. We cannot see the tip of the hair. It's so small. And divided into 10,000 parts. That one part is the dimension of the soul. Everything is there in this hospital. Upanishad. Kishagra, Satabhaga, Sadadhaka, Jiva Bhaga Savitya. And it is very powerful. We can take the example. There's a very minute quantity of cyanide. There is no taste. In chemical analysis, there is a taste. So up to date, nobody has tasted cyanide. Because as soon as the chemist will taste immediately, he will not be able to say what it is. So, to understand from this Shastra, Shastra the Vedas say that you have to see through the Shastra, through the authoritative Shastra. With these blunt eyes, what can you see? You are so much anxious. Everyone says, can you show me God? What you can see? What is the power of your eyes? You cannot see your eyelid. The eyelid is attached to the eye. Can you see? How you can see God? You are so perfect. It's like if there is some particle within the eyelid, you become embarrassed. But why the eye is attached? Why not see and take it out? It's practical. So what is the power of your eyes? You cannot see the nearest, and you cannot see in distant place. You cannot see in darkness. So many conditions. So you are always under the conditions and you declare independent. How foolishness it is. Your senses are all imperfect. No senses are perfect. You can use the senses under certain condition only. I am claiming this is my hand, and as soon as there is some nervous disability, it is paralyzed. Finished. So actually, we are claiming that this is mine, but you have no right to claim it. You are dependent. Suppose if you live in a rented apartment, you cannot claim that this is your apartment. It belongs to the landlord. You are allowed to stay here under certain conditions. You are not proprietor. Similarly, this body is Krishna. What is his body? Bhumi, Rapa, Nalo, Vayu, Kangamano, Buddhi. The body is constituted of these things. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and will. And Krishna says, Vinna me prakriti astudha. These are my things. You cannot create water, you cannot create earth, you cannot create fire, you cannot create ether, nothing. So this body is Panchabhut, 5 elements. So you have not created, Krishna has created. So how it is your body? It is Krishna's body. He has given you the conscious hand that you can live. You can live peacefully, you can enjoy the products which I have given to you. I have given you food grains, I have given you fruits, flowers, Or even if you want to eat meat, that also I have given you. You cannot produce an animal. So everything you are eating, given by God. Your body is given by God. Your mind is given by God. And you yourself, the soul, you are also part and parcel of God. So where is your independent existence? There is no independence. This is knowledge. Not only that, because you have forgotten that everything belongs to Krishna. He is also sitting with you. Ishara sarvabhutanam riddesya sarvasya chaham riddhi sannivishta. Again, he says riddhi in the heart. Sarvasya chaham riddhi sannivishta. Mattasmriti jnanam apohanancha. Everything is there. So God and the living entity both are within this heart. So those who are yogis, they want to find out that God is sitting with me, let me see, by meditation. That is yogi's business. Dhyānāvasthita-tadgatena manasa pasyantijan yogino. This is their yoga system. Dhyānāvasthita-tadgatena manasa pasyantijan. Not that manufacturing something, nonsense. That's so that you will be stout and strong to enjoy sex, or your power of business brain will expand. This is not yoga. These are blocks. Real yoga system is to find out within the heart where is God. My business is that I have forgotten God. The karmis, they are karmis, real karmis, they do not forget. The upstarts, the rascals, they forget. Karmis also, just like they go to church or to go to temple, they ask some favor from God. Artha arthati jnani jigyas. Chudurvida bhajanti mam. In the Bhagavad Gita, everything is spent. All kinds of man begins God consciousness. And what kind of man is? Sukritino, one who has background of pious life, not the rogues and rascals. Little pious activities one has done, Ajnata Sukriti. Suppose everyone has got some charitable disposition of mind. In that disposition of mind, if by chance he gives to some Vaishnava some money, that becomes a credit. That is all Ajnata Sukriti. He does not know that I am getting some, of course people, they pay to saintly person, Brahmana, that Data Bhagavati Jatna, yes, charity certificate. So that charity goes into his credit. Chaturvida bhajante mam sukriti na arjuna. Those who have got background of pious life. So, if no one goes to the church, oh God give us our daily bread, he is not ordinary person. He is pious. He has gone to God to ask. He has not gone to anyone. My Lord, I am very poor man, no money. Kindly give me some money. That was accepted. Of course, he should not be foolish. That God is giving me everything without asking. So why should I bother God asking? That is advanced devotion. That a pure devotee, they do not ask anything from God. They simply want to give service. Now why should I ask God? God knows my necessities. He says, Jo Khemam Mahamyam. My duty is, this body belongs to God, I belong to God, my mind belongs to God, everything belongs to God, and I have to simply offer my dear Lord, I have brought this little flower, fruit, kindly accept. Nothing belongs to you. The fruit is God's, the flower is God's, you are God. Simply you have to change your consciousness. This is Krishna. Everything is given by God. You have not manufactured the fruit or flower or your body or your nothing. This is Krishna consciousness. When you understand that everything belongs to God, why it should be utilized for other purposes? It should be utilized for God. There is another example. Just like somebody drops his money bag, unconsciously drops. So somebody picks up and he thinks, oh, there is so much money. Put it in my pocket. He's a thief. He's a thief. That is Karmi. Karmi is trying to simply take from God's property and put it in his own pocket. That is Karmi. Bring me more, bring me more, bring me more. And the Jnani, he sees that one purse is there, somebody has left. So why shall I touch it? Let it remain there. He doesn't touch anyone's property. Jnani. Why shall I criminal? Let it remain. He's Jnani. But a bhakta, he finds his purse. So what is duty? He does not put into the pocket, neither he throws or let it be there. He finds out who is the proprietor. Who is the proprietor? So he can ask somebody. If anyone has lost anything, so somebody says, yes, I've lost my purse. You can examine whether it belongs to him. Or without examining, sir, here is a purse. Yes, take. So these three men, who is best? The man who takes the purse and puts in his pocket, he, or the man who neglects, Brahma Sattva Jagan Mithya. Why shall I tell? This is Mithya. This is false. He is good. Or one who puts in the pocket, he is good. Or one who finds house and gives to the proprietor. Who is good? The last one, devotee. Therefore, devotee's business is to know that everything belongs to Krishna. It must be used for Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness. He is neither tyagi or bhogi. Bhogi means takes the thing and utilizes for his own sense gratification. That is called bhogi, sense gratification. Oh, I have got this bag, very nice. It will help me in going to the restaurant for one week. That is bhogi. And tyagi means, this is our material. Why shall I touch? I am Brahmasmi, I am Brahma. Everything. He is better than the rascal who takes the money and uses his own purpose. Karmi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Koti Karmi Madhya Ak Jnani Srishta. The Jnani, he does not touch anyone's property, that is very good. That is Karmi, because Karmi takes others' property and utilizes for his own purpose. But bhakta is neither Karmi nor Jnani. So there are two kinds of religious systems. The Karmis, Karmakanda and Jnanakanda. The Vedas, there are three kandas. It is, therefore Veda's name is Trayi. Trayi means there are three different phases of activities. Karmakanda, Jnanakanda and Upasanakanda. That is the teachings of the Vedic literature. So, when Krishna says Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam bhaja. Because there are two kinds of men in this world. One is Kurmi and one is Gain. Kurmis are trying to use up all the money of the world and utilize it for sense gratification. They are Kurmis. Sarvakama, they are described in the Shastra, Sarvakama. Akama Sarvakama, Mosukama Udarati. So, when Krishna says that Sarvadharman Parityajya, Sarva means all. So generally, in the material world, two things are going on. The Kurmis are busy to acquire money for a sense gratification. And the Jnanis, they are giving up the world as mithya. Brahma Sattva Jagan mithya. Brahma is true and this is all mithya. So Krishna said, you give up all this business. Mamekam saranam bhaja. You do everything for me. That's all. Don't utilize the access of the world for your sense gratification, neither you give it up as mithya. Why mithya? I have created. Why it should be mithya? Mithya means false. Whatever God has created, that is not false, everything. So, our Krishna consciousness view is that everything created by God is not mithya, it is fact. Everything is fact. We don't say necessarily this is mithya, this is false. Why it is false? God is true. If He has created anything, that is also true. Why it should be false? That is Vaishnava view. Truth does not come out of untruth. Truth comes from truth. Something comes from something. Something does not come from nothing. This is void. So, we should not be impersonalists, we should not be voidists. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. Shunyavadi means voidist. And Nirvishesha means impersonal. So the whole world is going on like that. So, we should be careful about these voidists and impersonalists. We should take direct instruction from Krishna. And He advises, Jat karosi, jat juhosi, jadasnasi, jat tapasyasi, kurissata madarpanam. You can do whatever you like, but the result should be given to you. Karmanne madhikaraste ma palechita. Then you become Krishna. Of course, Krishna does not advise that you become a thief and all the money stolen you bring to me. He does not say that. That is now. But even if you are a thief, still you cannot. Don't use it for your sense gratification. Just corrupts, whatever it may. If you do not, cannot earn honestly, dishonestly, you give it. So, this is Krishna consciousness, and from this verse we can understand that the Atma, the soul, is within the heart, where they are searching the soul. So, if you want to find out where is soul, and if you dissect the heart, then soul is gone. That is another danger. Better understand from the authority. That is knowledge. Shastra chakusya. Shastra, from authoritative statement of Shastra, you see. Don't see by your blunt eyes, rascal, in consciousness. They will never find the actual fact. Shastra chakusya. Authoritative. Just like here, Shastra says, here is the soul. The Jamaraj is snatching, grabbing the soul, not his leg or hand. There is no business. As soon as the soul is gone, the leg or hand and everything becomes a lump of matter. That's all. What is the use of it? So, because Satru Antar-hridaya. Antar is a core of heart. Antar means within the heart. Within Antar-hridaya, Dasipati. Nowadays, sometimes one becomes a prostitute. That is very usual now. But in India, still, nobody will marry a prostitute. Nobody. In the Western country, never mind to see the prostitute. If she marries and gets a certificate, that's all. So this is old custom. Once one girl becomes prostitute, she will never be touched. Krishna married 16,000 wives. Krishna can do everything, there is another thing. So these 16,000 girls were kidnapped by that Bhavasu. So, without finding any way how to be escaped from this Asura's hand, they appealed to Krishna that you save us, this is our position. So Krishna is Bhaktavarsa, he came and released them and killed the Bhavasu and asked them, now you can go to your father's house. So they began to cry. Why? Now our fathers will not accept us. Because we have been kidnapped. Let's see. We have been kidnapped. I have no right to go to the father. And we are not married also. Then what do you want? You kindly marry us. All right, come on. This is Krishna. Yes. You have no shelter, you are taking my shelter, come on. I shall give you all palaces, come on. This is Krishna. Take shelter of Krishna, never mind what is your position, Krishna will accept you and give you all comfort. Even you are kidnapped, even you are prostitute, I will give you protection. So my son, we should not take shelter of Krishna. This is very natural conclusion. Thank you.